All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Lucent Truth, and we're going to move on to our next subject, which is the One Piece live action trailer. I'm not going to do much of a preface for this. We're just going to get right into it to save time, and then we'll give our thoughts on it. So here we go, guys.
Well, fame, power. I found everything this world has to offer. Free yourselves. Take to the seas. My treasure is yours to find.
So what do you say? Are you with me? Mutiny. Why would anyone want to be a pirate? This is the best thing there is. Wind in your back. Salty seer. A loyal crew by your side. It's ready!
What is it?
Or Jolly Roger. We are the Straw Hat crew. We're heading up to the Grand Line.
A treacherous stretch of ocean with bigger islands, bigger pirates.
And that's where we're gonna find the One Piece.
You've been making enemies everywhere we go.
Chop, chop, cannon! In the dirt!
Luffy, they are hunting you.
Guys, save your ass.
Well, I saved your ass.
You'll have to excuse them. They're idiots.
This crew, our crew, can handle anything.
I'll do you the kindness of killing you all together.
You're my captain from now until the end.
I'm gonna kick your ass because no one messes with my friends.
What's so special about you?
I'm Monkey D. Luffy. And I'm gonna be king of the pirates. I didn't know there were so many pirates. It's terrible. I know, right? Where's my face?
I'm interested in it.
All right, okay. I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first, Big O.
Well, I mean, I've seen like One Piece, like like images and some of the cartoons of it. I'm not that familiar with it though, but I mean to me it looks interesting, man. I've seen they still keeping some of the elements and all with him stretching and things like that and all. Because I mean I've always wanted to know, okay, what's the whole story behind it? I never really gotten to it, but it just feels like this movie here, a live action of it, it's got me interested, man. So I'll give it a shot to see.
All right. The only way I'm gonna give this movie a shot is if you guys want to review it for this
No,
for this podcast.
we're not doing that.
I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I'll say
It's a waste of time and
I'll-
money. We're not doing that.
I'll-
That's stupid.
I'll-
It should not be live
I mean, it's the
action.
time
If
anyway.
you're doing that with these animes and other cartoon media, I'm sorry, just stop doing it. Some of these shows are not meant to be live action. and
Yeah,
that's
I
one
was
of them.
I was just
So-
about, I was just about to
Not
say
supposed to.
there's some things
Look
that
at
I
the
think
characters, bro. Those characters look nothing like the show.
I
I mean,
was-
they tried their best,
Okay.
but the way those
Uh,
characters have some of the craziest and weirdest designs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So they did not translate into
well,
live
yeah,
action.
they don't
just don't.
they don't translate
They don't.
well. I think Carbon is right. There are some things where they just don't belong to certain mediums. And this right here, I don't think belongs in there might have been a way they could pull this off, but I think it would be so expensive to do it. It's not worth doing it. I think that
So what if they're not hitting? I mean, cut you off, but it's like what?
well,
are they missing?
I'll say this. I've never watched the One Piece anime, and I'm a pirate fan. Like ever since I watched the Goonies, I've been interested in pirates. I know a lot about pirate lore, but this show in particular never truly appealed to me. And I'm even writing a novel about pirates. I'm writing 2 novels about pirates. One is about the prequel about the pirates, and one is about the actual town that the pirates founded that these little kids live in. That's similar to the Goonies, but this never appealed to me. I've seen the characters. I know what they look like. I don't know all their names and stuff like that, but I know the art style. So to me, even someone who's never seen it, when I see these live action actors play some of these characters, it doesn't look right. There's something about casting these days that's just off. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're just getting average looking people or regular looking people to play some of these roles, but none of these actors had any real screen presence. The main character they got playing Luffy, whatever his name is, doesn't really look like him, and the way he delivers his lines doesn't seem that convincing. Now, to be fair, it may not seem that way because I don't think live action is the right medium for this type of story. But I think so far, from what I can tell, it's poorly casted. It looks fake, like it looks generic. Now maybe that's part of what they were going for. I don't know, but I think that's the problem. Some things, man, just leave it out of live action, man. I would have preferred, I don't even
like an anime.
Well, they already got anime, so it's like, well, what else do you really need? Like,
the anime is never finished, man.
I mean, like the story wise,
long as hell.
I mean, like a new story of it, like, but it's just a movie.
But I mean, they already got a whole bunch of animated movies for One Piece too. Look, there are certain anime that I think could translate to live action well, but for whatever reason they don't do it. Maybe it's because they're just not as popular. Like Berserk, the Berserk manga and anime, I think will make an excellent live action series of movies. And one anime that I've seen that I think would make a hardcore, just really, really good live action, I think would translate well to live action, is an anime called Claymore. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Whew, boy. If they made a live action of this, Claymore anime.
Yeah, they didn't take a show where the characters already look kind of more human instead of
how
stylized
if
they are.
They made
in One Piece, I'm like,
an anime of this. I mean, a live action version of this. Mm-hmm. Whoo! Like, I can see this, and I think it'll be popular too because you're gonna have a bunch of hot chicks wielding big ass swords, right? So that's your draw right there, right?
Yeah.
And then the actual story is pretty cool. Like, it's basically these chicks that essentially I don't know how they become it, but they become these things called silver-eyed witches.
Oh, remember they have to fuse with a dead one.
Yeah, they somehow I don't know they
part of the dead one.
Yeah, they somehow imbibe a dead demon or whatever to get their powers. Yokai, and they have to fight other demons. That's how the humans are able to fight against the demons. Is they become pretty much like half demons. And if they push their powers too far, they become full demons and they lose their minds or whatever. But it's good, dude. It's so good. In my mind, I always imagine, this is one of my favorites. Her name is Teresa of the Faint Smile. I always imagine a young Kate Blanchett playing her. I don't know if you know Kate Blanchett. She played one of the elves. She played Galadriel in Lord of the Rings. Kate Blanchett, young. She's probably too old to play the part now, but as a young woman, man, she would have been perfect. That one right there. Look. That's Teresa, man. That's Teresa. That, like, if they did a live action version of this, I'm like, okay, they picked wisely. But One Piece, and maybe some of it for me is biased because I'm just not interested in it too. So.
Popular, like, this
it is really popular. Yeah, that's true. It is popular.
Probably not the most popular, to be honest with you. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Blade wasn't like this real popular character before Wesley Snipes made it huge, much more large when he did the Blade movie. So I think these studios need to stop doing that. They need, like, all right, look, if we're gonna adapt an anime,
Why don't we
even
go to
though,
some of the smaller ones that nobody's ever seen and try to make that better? Since we already have we have a product that
or
exists
not
that
so
already has
much,
some fans.
or not so much make,
We don't make something complete from scratch, right? Take a story that's already kind of made, but nobody really knows about,
or
like
not,
this, for example.
no, or not so much make it better. It's more about, okay, we need to analyze this and say, hey, okay, look, could this work better as a live action? And what's the potential of bringing in fans? Because one thing about Blade is it brought in fans that weren't comic lovers. You know what I'm saying? And I think something like Claymore could do that. People who aren't particularly into anime, if they saw something like a live action Claymore, especially people who like movies like remember that movie Underworld? You know what I'm saying? Those movies are pretty popular. I think if they targeted that type of audience, I think I could be wrong because we don't know because One Piece isn't out yet. But I have a feeling that this movie is going to be pretty well panned. I don't think people are going to really like this. I mean, the trailer looks cheesy. It just doesn't look good. You know, but I could be wrong. Maybe they'll do great. I don't know.
I'm not supporting that. Bro.
Yeah, but yo, Claymore,
I will
if
not.
they
I'll
did,
watch it. I'll
oh
watch
boy,
it.
is that a toy? Oh man,
get
I wish I had that. That looks freaking dope, dude. Look at that, dude.
Wait for the next time.
Man, at this
Yeah, I
point,
know.
bro, you put a 3D print something, bro. At this point, once we go to the 3D printing class,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
no,
put a 3D print something. You have to paint it though, but hey.
that shit looks
Yeah.
awesome,
I wouldn't mind.
dude.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Man, it looks cool. It's on otakusurf.com. That shit look raw. What the? Look.
Oh, whoa.
They got us. They got us.
Yeah, they got us. I'm gonna have to blur that one out. Don't click on random links. But yeah, you guys have anything else to say about? Let me go ahead and pull up some imagery. Live action.
Yeah, that's why you need a good ad block.
Live action. What's it called? One Piece.
Ad block and I'll save you.
Yeah, man, I'm not feeling it. Because one of the things I read about One Piece is that the underlying theme is friendship. And they were trying to show that in the...
look at that picture. They'll compare the actual character.
Yeah, it just doesn't...
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not feeling it, man.
I don't know.
Especially second to the last.
Like, look at this. Like, it looks... Look, you know what this looks like? This looks like in the early 2000s, you and I, Orlando, if we have a good looking camera and we got some of our friends to play these parts, that's what it looks like. That's what I'm talking about with the casting. Like, I don't know what it is with casting these days. Maybe they were maybe they're intentionally going for younger. But I'm not feeling it, man. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. I just don't think this is the right thing to adapt. It just looks
one thing I'm really
too
surprised
cheesy.
about is they didn't race swap or gender swap any of the characters. That's one thing I'm surprised about too. They didn't do that.
I mean, I don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me because
surprised about.
I'm not particularly invested in these characters anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered to me anyway. But you know, like the part was he the one that was in the bed and he was like, "You will always be my captain." It's already corny, dude. Already corny.
They kind of act joking like that in the show, though. So.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, again,
But for live action, I mean, you kind of gotta.
It's a particular type of anime that appeals to a certain.
I want to say, if
Yeah.
Dragon Ball couldn't do it, bro, what did they think this show could do? I want to say, remember that Dragon Ball live action movie? Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
If Dragon Ball couldn't do it, what made them think they could do it with this?
A question I have for it, I mean, like I said, I I'm new to it. I mean, but it to me it seems a little interesting. But my thing is, it's like, why are they clothes like from different times? Like, you know, I mean,
Well,
time
this
travel in this as well too.
no, this is
actual pirates' clothes, and there's some like suit.
no. You gotta remember this. This doesn't take place on Earth like how we know Earth. It's almost like an alternate
it's a
version of
whole nother-
Earth or whatever. So they have
Okay.
their own weird whatever. So he's combining a lot of different
Gotcha.
things. Yeah, right. So
Okay.
that's why
It's
it's
not bad. I was just interested.
yeah, it's a play on pirates, but it's not. This doesn't take place on Earth or anything. Not like the Earth that we know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they.
This Earth dimension.
Yeah. One of the like okay, let me go back to this one. Like okay, when I look at her, right? Like he kind of looks the part. Don't know as
Yeah.
much. I don't know much about this character, but she just is like a generic white girl they picked up off the street and they gave her a red wig.
But okay.
That's what she looks
But
like.
not only specifically, right? There was no way they're gonna find like if you look at the actual character design, right? She is quite proportioned. There's just no way like the
I know.
way she's
No,
designed it.
no,
They're
no,
not gonna be able to
no.
find a person.
Yes, they can. They can. They can.
Bro, look
Even
at, no.
you know,
Go-
no, they,
go to
no,
the
no,
actual
no. They
character
can't. I know what she looks like, and I'm telling you, this looks like a typical white girl. She's average built. She's not bad looking. I'm not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is, yeah, this is where I think they kind of dropped the ball. He kind of looks the part. I just don't think his acting is all that great, right? But they should have had the redhead bombshell. They could have found a redhead, a woman who of stature and of an hourglass figure to play this role. I don't know if they were trying to be politically correct or whatever, but that's how you create contrast. You know what I'm saying? So
No, you want the character to look as accurate as possible. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm just not.
Hard the character design. I'm sorry, man. That's the way the author designed the character.
I'm just not feeling it, man.
Look at like with Scooby Doo, man. Like, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like the character.
Yeah. That was actually that was a pretty good live act. The way these characters. Okay, somebody complain about the movie. Okay,
I didn't think they. I think the person
pretty good. I thought the person. I don't know. As a kid, it served its demographic. As a kid, I enjoyed that movie. I'm not gonna lie. It did its job. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the person that they chose to pick Velma. I never thought she was right. She don't look like Velma to me. She just like a normal white girl they pick off the street and they gave her like a bob wig and they threw it on her head.
I feel like it worked.
I don't think. I mean, Velma's always been kind of like low key, like not like fat, but somewhat chubby. You know what I'm saying? And she just didn't. What was it called?
You want that role for that new show?
Scooby Doo live action movies. I just never thought she was right for the part. I don't think she looks like Velma. Yeah, this chick, she just doesn't. She doesn't have the look, in my opinion. I mean, they gave her the orange vest and the brown hair, but again, she looks like. It just looks like an average white chick they picked off the street. She doesn't. I don't get Velma vibes from her. Even her, even the chick that played Daphne. Again, Daphne's a bombshell. She looks kind of average.
It definitely needs.
Now the guy,
Shaggy.
Shaggy, yeah. I was like, that's good casting right there.
The voice,
yeah,
everything with it.
yeah. He was almost perfect. Now, to be fair, I've never seen a Scooby Doo movie. When I saw the CG Scooby Doo, it didn't appeal to me. It just didn't appeal to me.
That CGI was not that bad now. Don't you dare complain about that.
That looks terrible. That looks awful.
For the time it came out, bro, it's like the early 2000s, bro. When it came out, that was man. I really came at the same time as like the Mask, man. What do you mean?
I would have preferred
back in the day. That was the best you get back in the day. I'm sorry, bro.
But I would have preferred
movies.
I would have preferred it. I would have preferred they went the what's it called? Who Framed Roger Rabbit route? To tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
That looks even worse. What are you talking about?
I would have preferred that. I would have preferred that. Yeah,
it doesn't match up at all. Like, what do you mean? They make a CG so it looks like it can somewhat fit in the CG.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It doesn't fit
at all.
It doesn't fit. But I think the Who Framed Roger Rabbit look, if they would got those animators and they did it right, I think that would have been a better way to go.
I don't know, man. They did the best they could do.
But then the thing of it is too, it's like, okay, but then Scooby Doo, he's animated, like he's a cartoon, but then all the rest of them are not. So it's like I think that.
It worked for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was a great. That was a great movie. That was a great movie.
Like, I don't think it worked.
But then it's like all the rest of the the Scooby Doo crew, man. It's like if they're all animated. Like in the real world, but then everybody else. Well, I don't know.
I think it would have worked. I think it would have worked, and I think that they could have done some kind of meta commentary on why certain animals are like that, and that could have been part of the story. Sort of like what they did in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That there was a toon world and there was a real world or something like that. I think that would have been more interesting.
Yeah.
Or even if Scooby Doo took place in that universe, you know what I'm saying? To explain it more. That would have been more interesting to me than this crappy CG Scooby Doo. That's just my opinion.
It was good for his time.
I mean, look, I didn't see the movie. I'm just
Yeah,
giving you, based on visuals, what I see.
That came out the day that we considered pretty bad. We got remember that came out literally when I was a kid. I remember seeing that movie again. That was when I was a kid, dude. Like,
yeah,
that was early CGI. Like CGI was not the best in the early CGI.
Yeah.
And not everybody get that Avatar budget. I'm sorry, especially not back in the day.
they probably would have been able to do it cheaper if they did 2D.
Hey, Carbon, you ever seen Captain Power yet? The old TV show Captain Power, the CGI in that.
I've seen.
Nah, that's rough. But I love it back in the day, man. You couldn't tell me nothing, but man, like the live action. I mean, whoa, that was real rough. But you know, back when I was little, man, like that was like, oh man, that's cool. You know, I just always loved Sauron, man. He was my favorite, man. I just love the design of him. But watching it now, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. But all right, guys. If you guys don't have anything else to say about the One Piece live action official trailer, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Guys, good? All right, so let's move on.
Good.